everyone, it's Lisa. Today on Doodle Draw Art, we're going to draw Kim Possible. So I'm starting off with pencil in case I make a mistake. I can go back and erase later. And also I'm going to give an idea where these proportions are on my page, just so I have it laid out. So she's going to be standing with her hands on her hips. So her head is going to be up here at the top of the page, and she's leaning over. So when we sketch cartoons, we often try to plan with stick figures because it really helps us to get a sense of the way the character is. The body fits just right, and it's all anatomically correct. So this would be her spine, and it's just a little bit of a C shape. And then across here for her shoulders. And then we would have her hips here, so I'm just making a small circle. And then her legs are going to come down like this. There's one leg pretty much straight, and her foot on an angle like this. And her other leg coming from this side, and again pretty much straight, but her pants are so baggy that we can't really tell which way the knees are bent, if at all. But this would just give you the basic idea of these limbs. And then she's got her hands on her hips, so from here we have the shoulder coming down on an angle like this to her elbow, and then coming down to her hand on her hip right here. And then same thing with the other shoulder. It's a little bit higher just because we've got her twisted a little bit. And then elbow coming back this way, and then hand on hip over here. So this is the layout, and all these lines are going to go away. But we're going to make sure that we've got our proportions the way we like them. So let's go ahead and start in with the face. So she has a round face that's just the part of the circle that's showing under her hair. It's just a nice curve. So we're just going to bring that curve around from here, underneath, and then back up. And then from here we're going to see a piece of her neck. So it's just going to come just down pretty much straight here, and then in on an angle over here, like so. That's her neck. And then she's wearing like a bit of a turtleneck that comes up like this, so just a little bit of a U-line in the shape here. So then we have this shoulder that's going to come up and over and then down towards this edge of her elbow. So from the shoulder we're going to curve down and then stop here. Then we can come back under to grab the other part of her shoulder, and it's again just going to come from her chest area out towards the arm and then down, just like that. And then we'll draw in her forearm. So I'm coming down to where her hand will be, and just a slight curve up this way because of the muscle in her forearm. And then I'm going to go underneath down here and meet up at this little corner at the back. So it's just going to curve out and touch back here. And she's wearing long sleeves, 3/4 length sleeves that are pushed up, so just like so. Alright, so that's one arm. So now let's draw in the body that's coming down towards her hips here. So it's going to come in just underneath the armpit, and really it's just a curve. The way I curved this, it's going to curve along the same shape, so just down like so. And then we can draw in the profile of her chest. So we've got this angle here, and then it comes down and out just like that. And then again we're going to come down towards her hips. She's got a really narrow waist because of course these cartoon girls are always disproportionately thin, but she comes just down and like so. And then we'll draw her other shoulder peeking out from the back of her body. So it's going to be coming out towards this angle here and hopping up over the shoulder arm. This is why these little circles are helpful. So here we go, just up and over like this, and then down towards that point that I just popped in before I started. And then this is going to continue down toward her hand. There's just a little bit more of a bow shape here because of the angle that we're looking at the whole body from. I might have to adjust that a little bit actually. So don't make your final lines. This is why we use pencil. We always need to be able to fix things as we go. We can't always be perfect. We just do our best. Alright, so then I'm just going to pop in this other side of the forearm. From here it's just going to curve out and then in towards the hand. And that's going to give me the line that I need to just finish off the upper part of her arm, just like that. So I think that's pretty good. I think her elbow is maybe just a little too sticky out, so I'm going to bring it up a little higher. Then I'll be happy with that. Perfect. Okay, so there she is. And her sleeve is going to match approximately the same as that other one, halfway up her arm here and curving away. Great. Okay, so now let's finish in with her features. So we're going to come up here and draw the hair. So where her face finished here, her hair sticks out beyond. So we're going to swoop this across her face like so. And then we're going to come back to this point. We're going to come up over her head and swoop it down behind her body like so. And we're going to see the point of her hair in this little area. So you want to imagine this line is continuing along the same line. If her arm was not in the way, you would see that that line is keeping on going right through here. And then we're going to draw the swoop from this side. So we're going to come back in close to her face, swoop out and back in, and this is going in behind her her body to meet up with this one. So again, swooped in, down toward, perfect. And we're going to draw in some lines here as well. So we're going to have, I'm going to try and do faintly on here because this is going to be light orange when I draw the final lines. But around all the way to this side and back towards here again and up around all the way toward this side. So these are just the strokes of her hair. And of course, all of this is going to be erased when I'm done. I'll just clear some of it out right now so that you can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so now for her face. One of her eyebrows is going to be really prominent from over here at the edge. So we're just going to draw that in first. And then lightly, we're going to finish this line of the eyebrow to make her nose. So we're going to just swoop in and go to a point like this. And then it's just a tiny little nose, stops right there. And then her other eyebrow is kicking in behind her hair. We don't see much of it, it's just coming in right here. And then her eye, same thing. So we're just going to run parallel to that eyebrow and stop. And then we're going to make this big round eye shape. And then her eyes are green. And the pupil, the black part, is just looking down here towards the side because she's looking this way. So dark here and then green around like this. And then on this side, the eye is sort of behind the nose bridge. So we don't really see the whole eye here either. We just see the edge, this side, and then it comes down in behind her nose, like so. And again, the black part, we see that. And the green just around the edge. And then she's got kind of a sneaky smile here. So it's going to be sort of a, I don't know what you want to call that shape, but this is her top lip going this way. It's like a swoop. And then just connecting underneath here like this. And then a little chin like so. All right, so now let's keep going. We're going to make the line of her shirt here because she's got a crop top on. And her belly button looks a little bit like a teardrop shape. And then her pants are too big for her because, of course, with such a skinny waist, who could ever possibly find pants that fit? So they pop out right here on the side and scoop down. And then she's wearing a belt, but I think we should do the hands first, otherwise we will have too many lines in the way. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make the first finger that she has on this hand, and it's just sort of a rectangle that's curved at this edge. So a curve and then down and back. That's one finger, and then these other three fingers are lower. They're going to hit this line here, and they're just going to be a smallish rectangle, a bigger rectangle, and another rectangle like that. And then the glove is going to kick out here and come around the back like this until it touches her pants. And then similar on this side, we're going to draw this first finger, which is going to be long in this direction and up. And then we're going to come open and draw the bottom line for the rest of those fingers. That's going to come up this way. And then back up here, we're going to make the line almost to the one we just drew. And then we'll just divide up these fingers here with two more lines like this. Then we'll draw the glove that comes out, and it's going to come back this way in behind, and then her pants are going to start there. So pretty much got all the lines we need there. Now we just need her belt. So we've got this kind of sideways slinging belt. It's going to come above like this to down over here, and then same thing on this side, parallel under like this, and just one line and a circle for the clasp or the connection. Great. Now, in the same spot, this is where the fly of the pants starts, so it's going to just come down sort of in a straight direction, and that's a good place for us to start doing her pants. So we're just going to grab the line here and come down towards the bottom of her leg, and then back up this way and ballooning out towards the bottom of this leg, and then it's going to come in, and then it just does this sort of, I don't know, messy wrinkle. And then the toe, the feet are super easy. They're just curvy triangles. And these are going to be black. Okay, other leg. Coming back up here and coming down towards the edge here. Just pretty much a straight line, and then we're going to curve in. So from the middle of her finger down this way and curve in. Then we can come back up here and grab the other side. Same thing, it's going to come sort of this way and then balloon out. And then we're going to hop out and in and down to her heel. And then this is the bottom of her shoe. And again, we're just going to make this pointing part that comes like this. This is going to be all black. Okay, so does that it? Did we do it all? I think we did. Before I knew it, I was done. Okay, so now I'm going to do the fun part, which is go over my final lines with Sharpie, and then I'm going to color it in. But I'm just going to make a pointer here, which is some of these areas are not going to be outlined in dark black. I'm going to use gray and orange. So I'll show you that in real time. Around her shirt, there's a lot of black going to be colored in. So what I'm actually going to do is trace the edges in gray, because then we'll see the edges. If I traced these edges in black, you wouldn't be able to see where the lines were, because it would be all so dark that you wouldn't notice where they ended. So just all of these lines here where the black meets black, I'm tracing the outline in gray to make it a tiny bit lighter than the rest of her blackness. And then in her hair, I'm going to do all of this edge of hair in light, bright orange, so that when I color in the other orange color, it's darker. And this will give us no black lines in her hair, because you know she's got light colored hair. We don't want to have any black through here. So this is just going to help that. Alright, so I've done all my outlining and I've got all my pencil marks erased, and you can see already how her features look a lot more the way you expect them to, because there's less darkness around her face here. Alright, so now I'm just going to color this in. I'm going to use a colored pencil for her flesh tone, and I'm going to use a marker for everything else. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw this today. I hope you drew it too. This was a request, and I try to do as many requests as I can. And if you have a request, you could please post a comment in the comment section below. Or if you have a comment about any other thing, you could comment there too. I love reading your comments. In fact, I think reading comments is one of my favorite things about this YouTube channel. So if you would like to tell me something, that's the perfect place to do it. And thanks for watching.